Hello fellas and ladies, welcome back again to PLD Disc Golf. We've got the Greater Peoria Open coverage. This is round 2, front 9 coverage of the MA1 division. And I have someone special in the booth, reprising his role from 2024, Dalton Sackett, Tournament TD in the booth.
Thanks for having me again, Peyton, for another commentary session for the Greater Peoria Open, presented by Innova, powered by Power Grip. Thank you to both of those for making this event be so much bigger. All the sponsors as well, but also thanks to you for coming out there and recording all the footage.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's my absolute pleasure. It's always great to see a lot of locals come around and compete for the local title. GPO is really growing in popularity. I'm excited to show you guys here, and all the onlookers, I'm sure you guys are excited to hear someone else in the booth other than just me talk for all round 1. So you guys enjoy. Dalton's going to be my stand-in stats guy. Starting off, he can introduce hole 1.
Hole 1, 553 feet. It's pretty much downhill majority of the way until you get down to the flat. About 250 feet off the tee there. You got to navigate through a lot of trees. It's not a very birdieable hole. Most players are going to be playing this for par. There was one birdie on the day, so it is possible.
Always. Yeah, these players definitely have the skills to score out here. In the amateur division, a lot of it has to do with consistency. So, returning to the card, we got Andrew Wallen teeing off with a solid 4 over from round 1. That's an impressive score.
It really is. On this shot, he's throwing a Origin. It's one of the first runs.
The Orange Origin. Very nice.
The other orange one.
Yeah, and he's in the same exact spot he was round
3.5 the amount
1.
of times that I leave this by the tee pad.
Got Caleb here. He is the reigning back-to-back GPO champion. He won in 23 and 24, so he's going for the three-peat.
That would be awesome if he can swing it. Let's see what he tosses here. Looks like a flippy fairway driver. He's throwing primarily gateway here, so he tried to introduce some of the discs in his bag to me. I'm not going to remember any of them. I think he said that was his spear.
Yep.
Yeah, doing a really good job with it.
New sponsor for him this year, Gateway, so he's got a whole new bag to figure out.
All right, a new face here. I've never met Lance, but this is Lance Sinclair. I think he does pretty well in the forehand. He selects that here, gets it turned over, and I think it just barely hangs in the out of bounds. So he's on the other side of that that fence. Unfortunate little break there. All right, and Blake Sutter, a Bloomington guy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the Bloomington guys come here and try to shred the Peoria courses.
Semi-local, about 40 minutes away.
And he's throwing, I think this is a Cigarra.
Oh, making you jump.
Yes, he is. You know what? Such a beautiful shot. Very rarely you see that. Let's run that one back. Oh, just a beautiful turn out of it. The Cigarra is a semi-overstable fairway. It just crawls in through the gap right there, and yeah, about takes my feet off.
Yeah.
So he's got himself about a 15, 18-footer for his bird. That's really great. All right, Lance, in fact, getting to take his disc back a little bit further and getting that OB stroke, so he's pitching up here. Got a little bit more work left for the bogey. And then just a couple pitch-ups here from Caleb and Andrew, just looking for a clean par.
Yeah, textbook right there. Just line up, get your par, move on to the next hole.
Absolutely. And I faulted myself for not having any par graphics all last year, and I still did not introduce them this year because I'm like, pars here is effectively scoring. If you can come out here even, on longs especially, you're taking huge strokes on people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as you can see, Andrew shot 4 over and is leading the pack after round 1 from the longs.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's a respectable round.
I think he's on podium for MPO field, too, if he was in that division.
Oh,
Great
probably.
putt there from Lance. That's a good confidence booster to get the round started. And especially since now we're playing the shorts here, round 2, players are going to want to score.
Yeah, this is the round that they're going to want to try to get as many birdies as they can to lower that score, close some distance on some guys above them. Just because round 3 they're playing the longs again, and anything can happen on those.
Absolutely. Blake closing out the bird. That is incredible. All right, Andrew here looking clean up. Ooh, it came a little bit low, but it's in. And we misspoke when we said there was only one bird on the day. We've got Blake Sutter and Brennan Wegner, the other Bloomington guy, I think, here in the...
He's a Peoria guy.
Oh, he's a Peoria guy.
Yeah,
Never
Brandon's
mind.
Peoria. He actually hit the cage off of the tee, which is
Wow.
insane.
Yeah.
Big shout out Innova Disc Golf, sponsoring not only the Greater Peoria Open, but also my Greater Peoria Tour. They've been a huge help in supplying player pack items for me and Power Grip and all the players that get involved in playing any of my events.
Absolutely. And while we're watching the flyover here for hole 2, I do want to also mention the giveaway for the coverage. So I have a players pack available to a lucky viewer who, if you guys follow the instructions in the description below, can get yourselves entered for a random drawing for a players pack. So you got an awesome Innova UV light. I've got a Halo It, which is super sick, super awesome. And I also have a mini grip bag that also acts as a mini, and a discount code to Gravity Disc Golf. So be sure to follow those instructions down below, and I hope you guys get that. Blake Sutter leading us off. This is a very common play to just throw kind of a straighter turnover. You do want the disc kind of fighting out at the very end because it puts you right where Blake's disc landed, if it does.
Yeah, he's in a perfect spot right there, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly where you want to be.
You're actually throwing a shorter tee shot and then throwing a longer up shot. So most of these players will end up about 230 feet off the tee, a little uphill, but they'll have about a 260 to 280 foot shot, especially where Andrew is. About 280 feet to the basket. So the work is really done on the second shot.
I would agree. They're kind of just trying to dissect it into two separate holes right here, a placement shot and get down to the green. Where Andrew's at is actually kind of the layup zone or the landing zone for the long tees, so he's still not in a bad position.
Not at all. And in fact, yeah, from the catch cam position being further to the left when you're looking at it from the tee, it opens up the next part of the fairway too. So it's safer to play it a little bit more to the left from this perspective. But you have to put it right on the money if you're through like Blake did. You got to put it right in the middle or else you're scrambling. So it's good backhand shots all around. This looks a little early here from Lance.
May have a little tree or two just out in that gap just to get back to the main part of the fairway, but he should be able to work with something there, I would think.
I've seen players get maybe circle 2 at best, being early left, really having to challenge both the left side or the right side early and the left side late. But it looks like backhand turnover here from Andrew. Let's see how this shakes out. Just barely getting inside, and it's going.
That's incredible.
Oh, what a great shot.
That's how you do it. That was an incredible shot there from Andrew.
Dang.
Yeah. Ooh, patent pending here.
All right.
With a tree to challenge his swing. This is interesting. Ooh, my goodness.
Cut it off short so he didn't smack his hand.
And that pushed it straight, so he ricocheted into the depths. That's a pretty tough place to be.
Now, there's not a lot of out of bounds on this course, but if you get off the fairway, you're pretty much in out of bounds. It's natural OB. You're taking a stroke just to get back to the fairway.
Yeah, that's a good shot there from Caleb. A little short, but he'll definitely have a confidence booster putt there for Bird. And yeah, I would say definitely if you compare this course to what we're playing today to what it was when it opened up in 2021, holy crud, it was night and day. The fairways have probably opened up like 30 feet on each side, but even so, once you get past that point, all of this honeysuckle and bush work definitely protects the fairways.
Yeah, definitely a lot of cleanup too off the fairways. Back when it first opened in 21, if you were off the side of the fairway, you were taking maybe 2 shots to get back to the fairway instead of just 1.
We'll see how many it takes Lance. Oh, good little Tommy tomahawk action
Yeah.
there. Good deal. He's got still a circle 2-putt. Long look to save a par.
That's how you make it run. I've got an appearance back there now.
Who you following on the card?
Mainly just walking, just to watch. Would like to see Caleb shred it up, get the first ever GPO three-peat that I know of.
Turkey.
We're also on the same disc golf team of Double Eagle Disc Golf.
Nice. Are they getting involved in this year's event?
This year they were not able to get involved due to personal reasons,
Gotcha.
which is perfectly fine.
We look forward to seeing their support again in the future.
Yeah,
so
of course.
Things come and go, and that's all right. I'm excited to see Double Eagle. If they got Caleb here, they got a couple other juniors in the area too that we watched throughout the GPT series. So happy to have their support. Great bird there.
Yeah, that was a great putt. Definitely needed.
No needed. And that was an incredible upshot, leaving him with a very easy bird. For Andrew, well done. We got Lance just trying to clean up a bogey here.
Yeah, I met Lance for the first time at GPO this year. He's from the Rockford area, just a couple hours north of us here in Peoria. Super nice guy. So hope to see him come back down next year as well.
I look forward to it too. Gave me some references of things to check out when you're in Rockford. The Rockford area disc golf scene is popping.
Yeah.
So look forward to that. Let's see. Great
Good
putt.
putt.
High and confident. With a bogey start, not really the start you want on the shorts layout, but sometimes it happens.
Yeah. Power Grip. They are powering the entire tour and the Greater Peoria Open, supplying player packs to everyone that signs up. They're just a huge force behind every single one of my events. Can't speak highly enough of Power Grip and Zach over there.
Zach is awesome. So if you're ever over there, you're almost always having an opportunity to catch him. So it's a lot of fun. Go see Power Grip when you're in the Bloomington area. For hole 3, once again, kind of another double chipper hole for these players anyway. You're trying to throw like a 250-foot left to right shot, lots of forehands for the righties, and then just a dead straight shot that almost glances off this big tree to the right of the green. So just 2 approach shots, trying to keep it clean. So we got Blake leading off once again with a very clean start. 2 birds. Let's see what he does here. Ooh, it looks a little straight. Does it stay clean? Okay,
Just off. I think he's got like a step out sidearm.
Yeah, it's very common here, and he's got that forehand confidence. I think he prefers the backhand more often, but he's got a good approach game for the
Yeah.
forehand. All right, Andrew going forehand as well. I think it's going to be the primary play for all these players. Yeah, something high and overstable, just putting it right in the middle. He cuts off a little early there, but he'll have a chance to for a longer approach to the green. Still reachable. It was fun running catch cams. First time in a while. If you guys have seen the coverage, don't always have the opportunity for catch cam, but when I'm free and have someone able to run camera, I'll get to stay down the fairway and just watch these shots come in. So
Yeah. Oh. Okay, it's set. So it's a good shot. I didn't know if it was gonna stand up on edge like Blake's did.
Yep. It looked like it was a really touchy shot too, so he wasn't putting a whole lot of pace on it. Just wants it to die out and sit. So did just that. Let's see what Lance can do for us here. I like watching Lance's forehand. He just keeps the disc kind of wide rail away from his body, and it kind of comes off all on the same exact plane. So he's got a good release. Enjoy watching it.
Yeah. Oh, he's practicing not backhand that tree.
Oh, protect. Self-preservation. Don't kill yourself, Andrew.
It kind of looked like he nicked the tree.
A little bit, yeah. He wanted to trust the disc a little bit more. He still managed to get more snap on that and pulled it into a turnover. So, a little cut roll, but he's in the open, ready to pitch up.
Caleb looked like, well, it looked like he had the perfect lane down to the basket. Early release.
Yeah, that's the danger here. If anything, you need to convince yourself staying right is best. Even if it means being in the high side of the green, you at least have the opportunity to pitch up. But when you're where he is, sometimes you are doing that double or even triple pitch out.
Yeah.
It gets really crazy down here. This left side dives down into a ditch that's like 20, 30 feet below the fairway, so nearly impossible to pitch out. Nice.
And even though he hit that tree, he did a nice job navigating between those two small trees, making that tiny gap.
Yeah. If you can commit to that gap and trust you got the right disc in your hand, just let the disc do the work, you can definitely score out here for sure. You got to trust what's in your bag. Oh no, pulling it early.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, it doesn't look like he made it too far in, so he should be fine.
Yeah, he'll have a little straddle out behind that big tree, so long circle to look. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. He didn't go quite as far, but Caleb is about, 8 feet below the fairway, and that roughage just held onto the disc.
Yeah. He's taking one of those 2 shots to get out.
Oh.
Andrew making a little bid.
Not basket.
Trying to do what he did last year and do another throw-in bird. All right, here we go.
Little touch forehand.
Yeah, that looked kind of interesting. Like maybe it hooked his finger, but it's a good result.
Yeah, not bad at all. Caleb doing some hunting out there.
Yeah, I think if I recall, he's actually in the creek and now he's on top of like the downslope, and he's asking for help. He's asking for help to get down there, and then just pitches along the creek to the far side of the green where hardly anybody is.
Yeah,
it's just a safe zone for people pitching out of that roughage. All right, here's Lance with the super long bid. Oh.
Okay. I like the confidence that Lance has with his straddle putts. He doesn't bend his knees a lot. He's got a lot of power in his wrist and arm.
Yeah, definitely. And it comes out smooth, too. So a lot of times those smooth putts have a chance to just carry.
Whew. That was a good bid.
Yeah, but I think he's tapping in the double bogey there. If he wants to do that three-peat, man, he can't be having those.
I know.
Can't be having them.
He said he hasn't been playing a lot of disc golf this year, so
Right.
his main goal was just come out and have fun again.
Yeah. He chose the wrong course to try to have fun on. At least for me, being a similar skill level, Northwood's always manages to take it out of me. Like, I manufacture fun, definitely, but it's really hard to justify it here at Northwood Park. But just a few cleanups there, and we'll move along to hole 4.
Renner Center, this is mainly the location in Pekin, Illinois. Chris Knott's wife works there, and Chris Knott was helping me trying to gather additional sponsors, and so Renner Center was willing to become a sponsor, so definitely appreciate their support.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. All local businesses, man. So any business that comes along the tour or an event and wants to put some money down to help things move along, we definitely want to support them. So go check them out for your storage needs. And hole 4 here, we're looking once again at 2 controlled shots. I'd say a lot of players who want to score want to get a little bit more off the tee here. So about a 300, 350 foot shot will definitely give you a straight line look at the basket. Yep.
And so, like, the ideal play here is actually a forehand off the tee. Learned that from a practice round I did with some of my boys from the northern Illinois area. They were all throwing forehands off the tee, and they were in the perfect landing zone, just kind of right where you're standing down there with the catch cam.
So long as you actually hit the gap, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I throw the forehand, and who knows where that wild cannon's going. We got, backhand's real, if you want to fit the fairway and really push up towards the basket because you're fading towards it. Andrew, definitely, he's got a good placement shot, but it's a little early, so he's going to have to do some sort of step out forehand flex to get up to the green. But yeah, that is my preferred play. I just tend to rely on the backhand for a little bit more spin. I like this big gap here on the right between the trees on the right side of the fairway and the big tree in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Just seems to be the most comfortable gap for me. But the forehand definitely, yeah, I'll agree it plays. Let's see what Lance can do.
Oh,
A little low.
Yeah, too low.
Oh my goodness.
Good ground play though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's it's a little short of prime time, but it's very good because then you can do either backhand or forehand to approach the green. It will be a little blind, I think. He's not going to see the basket, but he'll at least know where he needs to go. Let's see a backhand here from Caleb. He definitely has the ability to hit a gap at distance. I saw it. You saw it last year's GPO.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens here. Looks a little early too.
Oh, even with the tree, makes it even worse.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not as bad as that result on the previous hole. So he'll thank his lucky stars. I think just kind of pitch up and then try to get a par look at the green. This is Blake. Got kicked to the right.
Nice out.
Yeah.
Nice out.
In a good position.
Fantastic position for sure.
Okay, Caleb didn't make it too far in. He's still technically on the fairway. Not a great spot in the fairway, but...
There we are. I'm standing at the green now,
right.
so he at least has a look to approach.
And where Caleb landed was kind of like where I was talking about in
Yeah.
that like landing area off the tee if you can make it there.
Oh, he can see the basket. He throws a little flip-up action. Yeah, if you can plant it right at the hillside
okay.
short.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Nice shot.
18 foot.
Didn't know if it was going to be high enough to get over the little crest.
He'll say he played the wood chips. Get a little ground action. Oh, a nice forehand flex here.
A little aggressive.
Get in.
Oh, man.
Off one of the nubs. Dang.
Let's check that out again. Oh, yeah.
Mode.
It's a little high,
That-
and the way it approached, it was high right with the forehand, so
Yeah.
it had nothing to do but spit out. But that was a great shot.
Incredible. I would not have the guts to make that shot. I would have been laying up.
Yeah, he did it, though. Inspiring some of the players to do something here, and, yeah, gives Blake a little confidence. He pushes it a little long.
Yeah. I've known Andrew for quite a long time. He's definitely not afraid to take risks on the disc golf course.
He's got a pretty good putting stroke, too, so he's got some confidence around the green. Yeah, everyone's in play now here, so Blake, the furthest, this is circle's edge here, just about. This will definitely be a confidence booster. So you can go 3 down through 4. If my maths were correct, that actually would have been 2 down through 4. This next putt will be for his bogey.
Yeah.
Always want to see the best in people.
I didn't even think of it that way
Yep.
either. Yeah.
All right.
All right, Lance doing a little cleanup work. Oh, spoke too soon.
Yeah, he definitely wanted to give himself a comebacker. He's 2 over through 4. He wanted to get that bird. All right, good cleanups here. Everyone else is going to tap out.
Yeah.
And we're on to the last of the birdieable par 4 stretch.
Which is also going to be probably one of the easiest par 4s on the entire course.
Coming up, yep. So this stretch definitely prepares you, or you want to be scoring through hole 5. Actually, we're going to get a little sneak preview of hole 5 here. Andrew's throwing a real nice shot.
Straight
right
at the
to
gut.
the landing zone.
Yeah. It's exactly where you want to be. It's definitely a 2-shot type hole, even though how short it is. Just trying to get there to where Andrew's at. But thanks to Game On, they are out of the Peoria area. They have a trailer full of different types of video game consoles. They travel around for birthday parties or any other type of party that you may have. So if you want a gaming party, look them up.
For sure. I like myself a good video game. Better to play with a party too. So once again, hole 5, you want to land about where Andrew's disc landed, which is just here on the right side of this tree. Gives you the most open look for either a forehand or backhand, both play, up to the screen. So this angled tree here is kind of the guardian for anything with some air underneath it. But if you can hit any one of these trees here on the green, you got yourself a pretty solid look for bird. So we saw Andrew's shot there, an ideal landing zone. This looks to be a little early, but sometimes you can find a lucky gap through here to get up to the green. I've never managed to find one myself. Yeah. I'm always over there.
You and me both.
But yeah, I need to start trusting a straighter disc to just let it fit the fairway. And
another It's having trouble with those. The fairway's ground play did get a little easier off the tee here. As you see, they got rid of the down tree that was in the fairway for the last 3 years.
Well, actually, one of the players on the card here commented, I think, it's players always use it as a point of reference. Like, if you can just go right over that log, you're in a great spot. And now people are like, oh, I lost my frame of reference. Well,
exactly.
Just throw the same shot, the log's not there.
Yeah, the Park District was out there the day before the event while players were practicing, but they were cleaning up the course, making it look perfect. Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, it does look incredible. A few other older logs were cleaned up around other fairways on the course, too. So everything's looking pristine. And that's a great approach there for the landing zone.
It's a great recovery off the early release. Yeah, here's lands. He kind of looks like he's in not a great spot here to try to cut through this.
One of the trees hanging over the landing zone there. Yeah, Blake is on the right side of the first leg of the fairway, so it opens up the fairway, but the further back you get, the more the trees overhanging this part of the fairway challenge you, and that was great.
Yeah, it didn't look like he had any challenge at all. He fought through everything with ease.
Yeah. For me, judging the distance and the power you need for it is the toughest part, because you don't see the basket, and very rarely can you actually map out, okay, that's the tree I need to hit. And Blake and Andrew doing an excellent job. It looks like Caleb's lining up a backhand here. That's what it looks like. Yeah. So the further right you get, you want a disc that kind of pushes a little bit more, because if you throw the forehand, it's going to dive too soon. So he just throws a little bit of a backhand turnover. It does a great job doing it.
Oh, yeah. Great recovery. Gives himself a chance to save his par.
Lance kind of pushing it, almost taking my head off.
You almost got taken out twice.
Yeah. Well, that's the risk you run being catch cam. And huge shout out to anybody out there that does coverage stuff. So whether you're kind of a solo guy shooting your own thing, or you're doing other camera work for other production channels, I can appreciate the work that gets put in. So once again, I did kind of hound on this first round. If you didn't check that out, please go back and check it out. But a lot of this is a solo deal here for me in the channel. I put in lots of hours to get the camera footage myself. But I am just looking for people in the area who are interested in running a camera, or maybe you even have some interest in editing experience too. So feel free, reach out to me. You guys can message me directly on Facebook, or the channel on Facebook as well, PLD Disc Golf there. Great putt there from Lance.
Yeah, great putt.
But yeah, I want to definitely keep this stuff going. So this is a passion project of mine, and the ultimate goal is to show that Peoria disc golf happens year-round. And there's a lot of great stuff happening, like GPO and several other things in the central Illinois area too. So great bird there from Andrew, and Blake will also be carding his bird. Pretty solid start from Andrew.
Yeah, he's starting to spread himself away from the rest of the pack. It's at this point of the tournament, you would think it's a one horse race. Yeah. Shout out OTB out in California. They've been a sponsor of the Greater Peoria Tour and Greater Peoria Open for the last couple years now. They have donated CTPs for every round, essentially, throughout the whole tour and tournament. So big shout out to them. Moving on to hole 6, though, the first par 5 of it. Playing from the shorts, this is going to probably be the most birdieable par 5 on the entire day. It's 790 feet. They call it the fishhook hole. As you can see where we're getting to it now, the fairway stops straightening out and it has this nice bend to the left, little J shape. Candy cane like shape, yeah. Then you have to maneuver your way down this small little path.
Yeah, this is definitely fun. Like, I would say this is one of my most favorite fairways for sure, especially from the shorts, given my noodle arm can't play the longs proficiently. But yeah, this is just great because you get to dial up essentially 500 to 550 feet in 2 shots, and then throw what I love, the third shot when you're playing from the bend to the green. It's just a unique shot. You very rarely get to throw in disc golf. So definitely one of my favorite holes. And while Blake throws his shot, I want to do a huge shout out to my sponsor, OTB.
Oh, all right.
It's incredible. They do an excellent job supporting me as a player as well. I haven't been able to compete very much, but they have definitely turned up the heat for giveaways. Not only for Greater Peoria Open, Greater Peoria Tour, but also for my event that I'll be hosting at the end of the year, Fling at Double Horseshoe Farm. Just awesome. Check them out. I could not recommend them more. Definitely one of the elite vendors in the online retail space. So I would
Only
not
the
recommend
best.
them. Only the best. And they definitely have a lot of the best personnel there too. So I don't think OTB would be what it is today without the people. So go check them out. Go thank them for what they do. A little early there, I think, on Andrew's side. Caleb throwing a nice shot here. Pushes straight.
Oh, he gets the
yeah.
great rollout. I mean, terrible placement between those 2 trees, but probably better than what it was going to be at least.
Yeah, for sure. And I misspoke. Andrew threw an excellent shot. I think it was Lance's shot that was a little early and left.
That looks really good, yeah.
Great, look at the second.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this part or shot here specifically, if you're where Andrew was, you gotta push a lot further straight than you think, because a lot of people are familiar with the bend of the fairway. A lot of amateurs cut this off, so you gotta think go straight, and the disc will fade out and actually fit the fairway shape as it moves down the hill. So got a great look here around the corner.
Blake trying to cut the corner. Gets a nice roll out of it, but
this isn't the worst result. This isn't the worst result, because when you go down the hill, it actually opens up the fairway for the second bend. You get a better chance to look at the basket. So
yeah, you're almost like on a level playing field with the basket instead of being...
It turns it from like a downhill shot that's tight and flexy to an uphill shot that's open. So depending on how far in he gets, that's a great forehand roller there.
Yeah, one of my favorite shots in the game.
Yeah, especially on Northwood for sure. Oh no!
Oh, caught some cabbage and just kind of killed the shot.
Yeah, hadn't made the corner yet, so he's trying to invent another tomahawk to cut the corner. See if he gets through. It looks like it's cutting through.
Okay, he gets out. He's back to the fairway.
Yeah. He lost a little bit of progress. He would have loved to be on the green with that shot, but he'll pitch up for his par. No big issues there. Andrew. Yeah, this shot here I just love. Because those 3 trees kind of force you to find a gap that you like and then fit the fairway, and Andrew does a good job. Left a little bit, but
A little
it was
meat
good
on the
commitment.
bones. But he's still in circle 1, so
Yeah,
in the putting range.
definitely.
Oh, Blake left it a little low as well.
He was in further than I expected. I thought that would have sat right there at the edge, and he'd have he wouldn't have a ceiling, but he did. All right.
All right, circle 1 should be able to clean that up as well.
For a good-looking bird. Oh man, Lance, I feel scared. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Lance?
Oh?
Oh, okay. I thought he was
All
coming right at me.
Yeah.
Oh, nice smooth forehand with a putter too. That's definitely a skill not a lot of amateurs show. A good looking run
okay.
there.
Run. Making you turn around.
Yeah. I like that log there on the backside. I hope they don't really take that one down because that gives people the confidence to just kind of run the basket and not really go too far.
Oh yeah, great backstop, especially from like if you're further back, like where Andrew was,
You
and
can even
you
try to throw
overcook
it.
Yeah, overcook it, trying to throw it in. Yeah, at least give yourself a putt.
Yeah, we didn't have any Paige Pierce throw-ins for eagle or anything like that. All right, birdie look here. Got Andrew between longs and shorts. He's made his way to even. Let's see if we can get to under par.
Birdie too, right?
What?
That's
Birdie,
a great
right?
bird there,
Yeah.
Caleb. Even on the round.
I was gonna kick out of there for a second.
Got Blake keeping pace, but he had quite a stroke deficit to make up, at least to try to catch up to leader. So I think there's definitely going to be some contention for second place. We'll see how this round shakes out. Andrew still has the opportunity to leave a few strokes on the course.
Yeah, it's definitely doable out here at Northwoods from the shorts or the longs.
Yeah.
But 8 strokes to play with, that's quite a few.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and one thing I'm trying to improve with the coverage as well is keeping track of what's happening on the chase card while the round is progressing. So I'm trying to invent some tools to help me in that space. But for the most part, at least the events that we have here, especially GPO, a lot of the winners come from the leading card, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I take this one. I will take this
all
one
right.
because
All
Paul
yours.
Layton does an incredible job. Underdog Sports, Peoria, and Springfield areas, they are incredible. Probably the best used sport goods retailer of all time in the area. Also have an incredible new disc selection for disc golf. So go in there in person, check out what they've got. You can't recommend Paul as a huge advocate for any and all sports, for sure. So love what he does. And I don't like this hole. It's actually gotten a lot better. For me, it's just the professionals are the only ones that can pick the late gap that you have to hit about 250 feet off the tee. I just don't have that, so that's why it frustrates me so much. But a great shot there from Andrew puts him at circle's edge. That's really all that you're asking for at this hole.
This hole almost kind of acts as like a poke and hope kind of hole. Like Peyton said, there is the late gap that's 250 feet down the fairway, but it's very hard for an amateur to hit that consistently. So for these guys, or even the lower divisions, it's a poke and hope you can get it down there and stay in the fairway.
Yeah, I will say you guys can see the biggest gap is actually to the left of the big trees in the middle of the fairway. So sometimes just that early hyzer will get you to circle's edge as well. That's the other gap, so Blake just barely missed it to the right. You have kind of like that mid-range, a slow fairway driver, flip-up turnover that could also get you to the green. And there's also a forehand that plays as well, so the only issue that you have is this really big tree that's just off to the left of Lance from this perspective. That he happens to hit.
No.
That kind of guards the forehand force over, which I think would be Lance's preferred play, given that he breaks it out now and throws it well.
Yeah, he definitely seems like a forehand guy.
Yeah, gets caught up there. He's going to have a long circle to clean up for par. Yeah, it looks like just a few pitch ups here. Find the biggest gap. Let the disc do the work.
Oh, yeah. Good upshot from Caleb.
Now we'll see. Blake, he had a forehand that kind of caught on his finger. Oh, wait, no.
No, maybe that's how he throws the pitch up forehand.
Okay. Yeah.
Huh,
Low
interesting.
Yeah, I saw that on hole 3, and I was like, that looked like an error, but no.
Yeah, interesting. Just off front cage there for Lance. Good bid, and just not high enough.
Yeah. That's the fun thing, too. We at the amateur game, we can pick each other's game plays apart, but then we just look and we're like, you know what? Someone just does something because it works for them, and Blake's got a forehand approach. It works for him.
Yeah.
Not the most conventional, kind of like playing sidearm darts or something, but
Yeah.
it works. So, all right, some cleanups here.
Cleanups. Andrew getting another stick on the
He's
card.
officially under par. That's really good. And we're not even halfway through the round 2, and there's a ton of strokes out there that he can keep on taking. So
Yeah,
look forward to see what the next 10 holes bring.
back 9 is definitely harder than this front 9 for sure. Treasure of the Forest. This is a new company to me. Chris Knott had also got them to become a sponsor. They go around and they vend at most of the Pro Tour events, but they will play the Pro Tour courses like Northwood Black and other courses, and they'll collect just, cool looking pieces of wood, leaves,
Treasures.
and whatever treasures you can find in the forest, and then they make epoxy minis out of them.
That's
and
cool.
so they were able to donate some as CTP prizes. So thanks to them for being able to donate to it.
That's incredibly cool. And we get here to definitely one of the hardest par 3s on this track. This is the most daunting tee shot, I would say, because you're teeing off from OB, or over OB, I will say. And if you don't miss these trees here, you're in the OB. Except for Andrew, who actually kicked left, and he's playable to the left-hand part of the fairway. And a great spear flip up here from Caleb. Oh, man.
Actually, that is an Apache.
Never mind.
He came out for a practice round when he first got into town, and he actually aced this hole during practice.
Oh, I would have loved to have seen that. That's incredible. Well, great shot. He's on the dance floor for his bird. Let's see if he can inspire anybody else to follow suit.
Oh. I'm not sure if that stayed in bounds or not. There is an optional drop zone that if you land just in front of it, you can go to the drop zone. But if you land past if you go OB down to where the green is, you can take it from where it was last inbound.
Blake and Lance are going to be taking that option. I'm pretty sure of it. Hitting early and not ever really crossing. Andrew is inbound, so he's just trying to give himself a little bit more advantage from the drop zone. And being left of the drop zone actually kind of opens up the backhand a little bit more from a straight shot to a little bit more of a hyzer play. And so, he gets more airspace to use and does a great job going up and down. So a bogey is not the worst score on this hole.
No, not at all.
Birdie is incredible. Par is very likely. Bogeys are okay. A double bogey on a card is very common. So just take the stroke when it comes your way and keep moving on. So a few drop zone
shots.
Oh, that backspin.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right. Yeah, so putting green challenges here. Yeah, so it's very common for some really great shots to go over this mozzarella stick wall, and you be putting from there for your par, usually a pretty easy par, or a bad ricochet off these late trees, roll off to the creek on the right-hand side of the fairway. So, yeah, this is pretty conventional for the amateur side of things. Let's see if we can close out this great Apache birdie.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I was hoping to see him stack the aces on this hole.
That would definitely be incredible. If he threw no other shots on this hole besides 2 aces, that would be something you carry for a long time.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a tree putting at the basket tree. Oh, good. Huge shout out to Brenton, my camera guy. Does a really great job. He's helped me with a lot. Actually, he shot a majority of the tour events this year, so huge shout out to him. And once again, always looking forward to putting some cameramen on the scene. So
if you're interested, hit Peyton up.
Appreciate it. And hit this guy up.
Yeah, Die to Self out of Bloomington. He does some work with Power Grip as well, but he can dye pretty much anything you want on a Frisbee. He's got some pre-made dyes already made up for his online shop or at Power Grip USA Retail in Bloomington. So just hit him up if you ever want to dye. He also donated dye CTPs for at each division for every event this year I've held.
Yeah. Actually, what I enjoy about his collection, he actually throws some of the plastic that he dyes, and then he recycles it and says he's got used dye disc prices too. So love that about it. Picked up a couple from him as well. And here's another par 4 that's pretty scoreable from the shorts. You're really just trying to push a right to left but somewhat straight shot off the tee, and then just get crafty on the upshot. Seems to be about every single par 4 here is a crafty upshot. So
I would agree. Curious to see how Lance attacks this, since he's more of the forehand guy compared to the others, because the second shot almost seems more of a forehand shot.
yeah, when you keep it short, for sure.
Yeah, so it plays a little bit more to his strengths.
Yeah. Now a little bit of a roll out will give Caleb some options as long as he's not butted up next to a tree, which is very common. The backhand highs are like that. Actually ends up sorting to the trees on the left-hand side of the fairway, and so you're definitely challenged with more of a scramble shot. Andrew hammering on something overstable and flat. Wants to miss the tree.
That is a destroyer. He has the largest collection of destroyers I've ever seen.
On the planet. Should
Possibly.
he keep count and probably challenge people online for a bigger selection?
Yeah, easily. I know he's probably got over 1,000 at his house.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Oh, and a great flip up here. This is what you want for big distance, and I think he's getting it. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
I'm in an incredible spot where I'm standing. I would love to be where I'm at, and Blake's there.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, a little early.
Oh, hit an iron branch.
Yeah.
But that's the forehand spot. If he can do it, he could throw a forehand from here.
He could. He doesn't opt for it, and he goes low into that tree. Okay, here's the forehand play. Lance, if you're listening next year, forehand.
Yeah, and I'm not going to superimpose anybody on you, Lance, but it's like I tell my older brother who plays disc golf too. His proficiency is in the forehand, and I tell him you should just do nothing but forehands. I like seeing your forehand, Lance. Keep going at it. Yeah, you definitely can get some good distance and hit gaps with it. So keep it going.
Caleb just missing that gap just a little right. From his perspective, left of the cameras. Andrew upshot here.
Oh man. He really diced this hole apart.
Yeah, he did.
Well, that's what you're doing when you're 4 down on the front 9. Going to be 5 down here pretty soon.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome. I'd love to see double digits out here for shorts. But yeah, you said we're getting into the harder of the 2 9s on the back end. So
yeah, this is the appetizer for the course. Back 9 is definitely the meat and potatoes.
yeah, I would agree. A little stepper forehand here for... Oh man, just clipping trees all down this fairway. All right.
Big putt.
Big putt. Let's see if he can cash it. Oh, a little hook there. All right. That's all right. Lance wants to clean this up for his bogey, manage the damage.
Ooh, just off right.
Insult to injury. When things aren't really quite going your way, that basket nub just likes to get a little crafty.
When it rains, it pours.
Andrew here is saying, perfect opportunity for a battle putt. Literally all 4 corners of the basket are covered here on the green. And as these guys clean up, we have... Once again, I want to thank you guys for coming and checking out this coverage. Put in a lot of work for this, this event specifically, but I can't thank you guys enough for checking this out. Please subscribe if you want to support me. As we move into the rest of the event, we're halfway through here. I want to remind you guys, we do have the coverage giveaway. Look in the description for how to get entered to that. And I look forward to giving it away too. So any thoughts as we move along to the back 9 here, round 2?
Players kind of played it pretty average. Lance is struggling. Andrew's starting to shred. I mean, but Blake and Caleb are playing the course, how it's supposed to be played for like a normal player. So Andrew's just kind of running away with it, and it can happen. But overall, I think they're all playing pretty well, especially compared to like my game. But we're gonna move on to the back nine now, and I'm just gonna keep rambling because I got nothing else better to do.
Thanks for watching.